YouTube Nation, Manvet TV, aka Me TV, aka Master the Screw Attack, aka It's the Weekend. Y'all know how we do. But today, before I even get started on all this gaming stuff, I really need to sit down and talk to y'all for a minute. Alright, I was going to start this video today about how pissed off I am. Really, that's what I was going to come at y'all with today. I was going to vent my frustration a lot today about how pissed off I am, because I still feel I'm not getting the respect or the acknowledgement I deserve. And I'm not talking about you guys here on YouTube. I'm not talking about no haters on YouTube. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about from an industry standpoint. That's what I'm talking about, all right? I want my acknowledgement. I want my respect. Now, like I said before, when I did the interview with another YouTuber, all right, I told you guys that, you know, there's a couple companies that, you know, for my videos, they did step up and come to me and, you know, wanted to pick my brain and this, that, and the third, all right? But they haven't acknowledged me. They, you know what I mean? They've come to me, but they haven't said anything in public. You know what I mean? So it got me thinking, you know, in the previous year, I've said a lot of things. I predicted a lot of things, and a lot of things have come true. I'm staying 10 steps ahead of the game. You know what I mean? And I really felt that at this point, that they really need to let me in this industry. That's how I feel right now. I'm just saying, because you want to make it bigger than what it is. You have to understand, I'm not doing this, I told you guys before, I'm not doing this for views, I don't do this for ratings, I don't do this for subs. I do this because I'm speaking out. That's what it is. It's for the fans. And you guys, you understand, you know how this goes by now. So I want to say that yesterday was a turning point for me, because the Devil May Cry video, which you guys made successful, right? And I'm saying this, I'm not going to take all credit, because it's a group effort. That's what we are. We gamers. We have to stick together. It's a group effort. But finally some acknowledgement came in yesterday, because you guys sent me some stuff saying, you know, after the Devil May Cry video, the original creator of Devil May Cry, you know, he watched the video and he seemed to like it. He spoke about my energy. He gave smiley face on it. This is on his Twitter. And you guys sent me the link and everything. And for those who did not see it, check this out. Here's the Twitter feed. Now, as you can see, I got some acknowledgement finally. So I'm not as pissed off as I was yesterday. More like slightly disgruntled. You know, still slightly disgruntled. Not as pissed off as I was, because I was going to let people have it. But anyways, it's good to see that gamers can step out and speak up. And finally, you know, even if the companies don't want to listen, there's always someone that is listening. And it's good to see. This is a score for us gamers, all right? So for all you guys that says, oh, well, all you're doing is complaining, no one's going to listen to you, they'll just ignore you, you've just been proven wrong. I'm just saying. All right, now, since then, since the Devil May Cry video, there's been new reports that I want to knock all of the Capcom stuff out the way real quick. All right, it's been new reports. I have to get into this real quick, and I'm going to put this back down because we need to talk about E3. All right, there's been new reports that there will be no Devil May Cry HD Collection coming. This is what Capcom has said, and Devil May Cry will be playable by the year's end. Just saying. All right. Also, here's some disturbing news actually. Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition may not be the last of the Street Fighter 4 series. Alright? Capcom, this is Seth Killian. He hinted about this in an interview with Now Gamer. It says, well, things change at Capcom all the time, frankly. It says it's a matter of internal focus and planning, saying what's next for us in the fighting games. Where do we want to have our energy, our key staff working on games and things like that. It says, the thinking was, we're going to set down Street Fighter 4 and let it ride with Arcade Edition. That was going to be the end of it. It says, but of course, things change all the time at Capcom. So if the Arcade Edition does very well, once again, they're banking on the gamers. If you guys run out and buy it, it says, I'm sure there will be some guy in a suit somewhere saying, you need to do this again. And we'll be back here talking again. But that's A-okay with me. So meaning, if you guys make it successful, they're going to milk you again. They're admitting it right here. All right? Also, in more Capcom news, like I said, so I'm going to put this down. In more Capcom news, alright, the HD remakes for Resident Evil 4 and Code Veronica are only download only outside of Japan. So Japan will get a disc, alright, but everyone else, download only. And you know how Capcom does with DRM. So if you're going to get this download only, I stress to you, find out about the DRM issues first if Capcom implements any. And if you do want the original disc, the physical copy, I will say this now. The PlayStation 3, as you know, is region free. I would say buy the Japanese version. I'm sure it's going to have the English context and everything, you know, within it. Just to let you know, the dialogue and everything. Alright, we need to talk about this real quick about E3. Now, I had said to some people yesterday, because I had got some mail yesterday from people saying, you know, Event, you're a liar. Yeah, that's what they said to me. You're a liar. You know what I mean? And the guy said he likes the show, but he feels that certain things that I say are lies. You know what I mean? And I said, look, you have to understand, when I dig at information and when you guys dig and send me information, you know what I mean, I feel it's credible enough to put on the show. That's what I do. I said and even if a company doesn't confirm something, I'll go out on a limb and say no. If you look at all the grunt work and say no, this is going to happen. And that's how I base off my predictions. I look at the market, I look at what's being said, and I say, hey, this is what's going to happen. You guys know how I do this by now, but apparently he didn't understand that, all right? Now, I'll say this. Since he needs more proof about how accurate I am, how deadly accurate I am, last year, I did a video about the PlayStation Move and Kinect. For those who didn't see it, check this out real quick. It's time to get down to what we were supposed to talk about today. I'm going to give you all a little something brief about the PS Move versus the Xbox Kinect. Like I said, it's going to be brief. So, everyone has already done these things where they've done, you know, the PS Move versus the Kinect, and they just compare the two. No, I don't want to give you that, guys. I don't want to give you that. It's been done before. I'm going to give you a different perspective. My question should be, where the fuck do these companies get off using this technology as a cash cow instead of innovating the fucking games? See, and I'll start with the Kinect. I'm going to start with Kinect. Because nobody wants to play with Skittles the fucking tiger. Nobody wants to play with fucking Milo and talk to him. He looks like he's been kidnapped and raped. Get the fuck out of here, man. Look. But you can use that innovation, that technology that you use from Milo in games. All right? Any games that you have NPCs in for the Kinect, you should be able to go into that Milo format and talk to them face to face. Now, granted, it would take a while to code because due to the fact that you probably ask a lot of questions, but it can be done. It makes it more personal for the gamer instead of sitting there hitting the fucking button and here reading the text or hitting the button or listening to voiceovers. You can actually talk to them, so you're more involved. That's how it should be used. Don't nobody want to play fucking dodgeball doing this shit. Come, stop. And what happened at E3 this year?
Today, I'm pleased to announce that Mass Effect 3 will also support Kinect, taking that immersion to an even higher level through voice recognition. Here's our producer, Jesse Houston, who's going to demonstrate how this works in real time in-game. With Kinect, we're adding a natural way to converse with characters anywhere in-game just by using your voice. In a game that already reacts to every decision you make, you'll feel even more connected to your game, so to speak. Frankly, it's unlike anything else out there. Let's take a look.
Shepard, excellent timing. Good to have you here. More? Indeed. Can exchange proper greetings later. Need to hurry now. Females had weakened immune systems. Most didn't survive.
You let them die?
You're the smartest scientist I know. You couldn't save them?
Did everything I could. Multiple treatment attempts. Wasn't enough. One survivor left, though. Need to get her off-world.
She's still here?
Yes. Placed her in protective isolation. Recommend gentle approach. And slow trust.
I don't need her trust.
I'm Commander Shepard, Alliance Navy.
And then again last year, I spoke about this. Seriously, all these games, I'm just gonna grab random ones. Look, all these games, look. If you want these to sell and you think that there's gonna be a problem with them selling in a higher definition rate, let me tell you something. If you package these games with the sequel, they'll buy them. They'll buy them. Put it on the disc. Put it on the disc with the new one. That's all you have to do. And again, what happened at E3 this year?
To show further strength to this partnership and an example of publishers taking advantage of the great opportunities with PlayStation, consumers who buy the PS3 version of BioShock Infinite will also get a copy of the first BioShock on the same Blu-ray disc.
And then with Battlefield 3.
Battlefield 3. The PlayStation 3 version of this blockbuster will be bigger than any other. EA is using the extra storage capacity of Blu-ray to add a second game, Battlefield 1943, to the disc. That gives PlayStation owners one of the most exciting games of the year, bundled free with one of the most popular games offered on the PlayStation Network.
And also, the original Alice will be bundled with Alice Madness Returns. See, this is, seriously, this is what I mean. This is why I was going to be pissed off. This is why I was going to go off the handle today. Because even though they're taking my suggestions, they're acting as if they came up with it first, like it's new. And no, I thought about that a long time ago, man. I'm still 10 steps ahead of you. You're already doing what I said a year ago, and I'm already past that. I've already moved on. See, you guys have to understand, and I'm talking about you companies, that you need to start, you need to give me a consultant deal. Just start paying me. Start paying me for these, because this is ridiculous, man. Seriously. I mean, I don't mind giving out, something that's going to help gamers, and make it better, but don't sit here and screw me. Seriously, don't do that. Don't do that, man. Don't do that. Give me some type of fucking acknowledgement. This is ridiculous, all right? This, like I said, I was pissed off, but then I got a little bit of acknowledgement last night. It was like, all right, like I said, slightly disgruntled. Now, let's move on with E3. Worst E3 I've seen in a long time, all right? Like, let's say this now. Nintendo won. They won the damn conference. They won. Why I say this? Because they actually showed some new stuff. We actually saw some stuff, and I will say that some people are going to have a legit argument against it due to the fact that this new stuff that Nintendo showed were pretty much old games. Luigi's Mansion 2, you know what I mean? Kid Icarus, which I think looks amazing. New Zelda, new Smash Brothers, new, you know what I mean? It's the same thing over and over, so I understand. All right? Also, this Wii U, I will explain Wii U in a minute, all right? I want to move on to the other stuff, because Wii U, I really have to talk about this for a minute. Nintendo dropped the ball with Wii U, and I will explain, all right? Microsoft, you had the same E3 as you did last year. You didn't learn anything from fucking Skittles the Tiger. I don't understand this. I don't. You're still pandering to all these little kids. A Disneyland game? Seriously, a Disneyland game where all you do is move forward and do this or this? Come on, man. Microsoft, you're fucking up. All right, and also the Fable game, they're already saying it was a mistake to even show that. I'm just saying this, they're saying already. All right, this is, man, Microsoft, you have not learned anything. The only thing Microsoft had that I thought was great, because same thing, they showed Gears, Halo. I mean, was it Halo? Let's get something straight. They said Halo, was it the anniversary coming out? And when they said Halo anniversary was coming out, I said to myself, they're going to announce Halo 4. But they did even better. I mean, I'm going to say better. They one-upped me on that one, I should say, because they announced Halo 4, 5, and 6. You got to, come on. Come on, man. Seriously, then we saw more Gears. And like I said, you saw the same games that Microsoft already pushed you. They didn't really show that many games. And what the hell is with all these dancing games? Look, and they keep saying, Let's Dance, and what's the other fucking game from Microsoft? Dance Factory or whatever the fuck it's called. I don't care about the game, but they're saying it's the biggest selling game on the market. Well, there's only but so many dancing games on the market. There's only but so many. And people act like it's something new. All it is Dance Dance Revolution without the damn Mac. That's all it is, without the light up floor and shit. That's all it is. That's all it is. I don't see where, I don't understand what the big craze is all of a sudden. It's nothing new, it's nothing innovative, except you just don't have the thing. It records your motion. That's it. That's it. We've seen this. We've seen motion gaming since the PlayStation 2 with the iToy. Stop, man. Come on. Microsoft, the only thing you had that was somewhat good, I thought kind of impressive, was the developer tools that you can use on Xbox Live to transport yourself. It scans your body and puts you in as the avatar. I thought that was pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. I thought that was pretty cool. Also, I would like to say that the UFC thing that you have on, the UFC Live or whatever that you have on Xbox, I thought that was, when you can vote on the fights and everything, I thought that was cool too. You can look at the stats and the matchups and all that. That was pretty fucking cool. I'll say that. So Microsoft, you had two things that interested me in your network, but you didn't show me anything about your games, because a lot of it's third party that you can get anywhere. I'm just saying, Microsoft, you need to step your game up when it comes to original IPs. I'm just saying. All right? Now, because like I said, I don't care about Fable. I don't care about Halo. I just don't. Gears, you know what I mean? Like, when my friend buys it, I'll give it a run. As much as I don't like Cliff, and I'm going to talk about Cliff a little bit later. All right? But that's it. You don't have anything else for me. The last game that I liked that was Xbox exclusive, and I'll tell you now, was Crackdown. That was fun. All right? That's it. So, Microsoft, you fucked up this. It was just it was shameful. You didn't learn anything from last year. Also, PlayStation. I felt they lost because they didn't show anything. We saw the PlayStation NGP or Vita or whatever the hell you want to call it. I'm not impressed. I need to see more. I need to know features, all right? And everyone is so hyped because they priced it, was it only the Wi-Fi version? They priced it at what, $250? And people are like, that's great, because a lot of people, and the other one was $300 with the AT&T plan, which people were pissed off once he announced AT&T, all right? But they want to sit here and say that, you know, it's great, it's a great price point. No, for $50 more, you can buy a PS3. You know, it's stronger, has better library, all right? I don't understand, you know, I don't understand what Sony's doing here. And a lot of people were saying, well, what do you expect them to price it at? I expect them to price it lower due to the fact that it's new tech, all right? So you know the iterations of it, they're going to come out later down the line as all the PSPs have done. So they'll probably drop the price. Also, understand, we just talked about this, was it last week or so, that they're downgrading it. You know what I mean? So I don't understand how you downgrade your hardware to match competition. How you downgrade is beyond me to keep up with competition. It doesn't make sense to me. Now, if they wanted to say that it was a cost problem, okay, but they need to come out and say that. They really need to come out and say that. Now, also, I want to say this now. A lot of people sat here and said the price is okay because they expected worse. Just because you expect worse doesn't mean the price they're throwing at you is okay. You just expected worse. That was it. Like, come on, stop. PlayStation showed nothing. They showed stuff that was already announced that we already knew about, really. I mean, we saw a couple things here and there, but nothing that was like, you know, great, make me want to run out and get it. Seriously, the most enjoyable thing I saw from me, at least, was Uncharted 3. That was it. That was it. Uncharted 3. I'm for it. All right? But also, Sony kept going on with this. I understand that they're trying to get all these, like I said, I showed you the video not too long ago. I understand they're trying to do all this, you know, buy exclusive parts so that, you know, you go to their game in the third-party market as opposed to Microsoft or Nintendo or whatever. I understand that, all right? But seriously, it's getting old. It's getting old. It really is. It's getting old. So, Sony, I don't know what you're doing. Seriously, your E3 was not that impressive. It was okay. It wasn't that impressive. And I put it like this. If you're going to show off the NGP or the Vista or whatever you call it, you don't bring the guy out who's making Uncharted, because it's not Naughty Dog making it. You don't bring out a developer who's making Uncharted to show off its hardware. You bring out Monster Hunter. And I say that because Monster Hunter, understand this, Monster Hunter is the highest selling PSP game. Why would you not push that? Why would you not give that more exposure? We saw Capcom come out and they showed, was it Street Fighter vs. Tekken, and they put Cole from Infamous in it. And Cole, I swear, they took the arms off of Chris Redfield and just put him on Cole. He was so jacked up, I'm like, the fuck is this? That's not Cole. He's been juicing or something? Like, it made no sense. It just didn't. And it's going to pander to the PS3 crowd. I understand that. All right, but PS3 did not look good. Also, I want to say, third-party guys, Ubisoft, I will never watch another one of your conferences again. You guys are weird. You're creepy. I'm staying away from you. I really am, all right? But your Ghost Recon Online may do well. I'm just saying. And it's also, they're starting the beta soon, right? It's free. So, anyways, also, NBA 2K12. Now, you guys know how I feel about 2K already. They came out and said, oh, well, we worked so hard on this game on 2K12. And I'm thinking to myself, you didn't even fucking fix 11, all right? You cut support on 11 so that you can work on 12 because you want to move on to the next instead of fixing what you already have. So you already lost the sale. And then you go on to say 2K12, this is what they say, that they're going to make it simpler. They're going to simplify it so anyone can pick up and play. So you're catering to a casual market now. So you're really going to lose out. Then you go on to say about how last year was great because you had the greatest athlete of basketball on the cover. Yeah, you used him to sell copies because it sure hell wasn't the gameplay. It wasn't. All right? And then you say anyone can pick it up. And then you bring out Kobe Bryant. And Kobe... God bless Kobe, because he doesn't know what the hell he's doing out there, and he's like, this is realistic. And this whole time they're showing the screen, and players are flopping on the floor, okay? And I'm like, wait a minute, that's just horrible, all right? I'm not buying that. And then Kobe's like, wait a minute, this ain't that realistic. And I'm like, you don't know what to say, Kobe. You just don't know what to say. I understand you're caught up in the moment, whatever, all right? But it was a joke. It was a joke. 2K should be ashamed of themselves, all right? Now let's get on to some news, all right? They said E3 they really messed up this year. It wasn't even entertaining to watch. Hours and hours, and it just wasn't entertaining. Now, let's get to some real news here. Gearbox. Gearbox's Randy Pitchford, reviewers who do not like, or say don't like, Duke Nukem Forever will be held accountable. Yeah, they've come out and said this. Now, I'm only going to read a small quote real quick, because the guy's using, this is what he says, we know the game is great. It says any journalist that decides, to lowball it is going to be held accountable by the readers. So pretty much, they're setting them up. All right, they're saying, look, if you give us a bad score, the readers are going to jump on you. Now, they're pretty much alerting the readers now that if someone gives us a bad score, it's a preemptive strike. That's what it is. All right, I would actually say it's passive aggressive, but that's what they're doing. Pretty much, they just threatened reviewers to not give them a bad score, and if you are, you'll be held accountable. It's a joke. Who the fuck do you think you are? See, this is what I told you guys before about this control shit. It goes to show you if they're not. And this article talks about how, and the link, like I said, all links are in the info bar. This article talks about how, before how, they're paying off people and, reviewers to give good scores and things of that nature. Like, it goes into a lot of things. It's a very good article. Please read it. It's interesting. All right, now, I told you guys I was going to talk about this Cliffy B thing. All right. Because last time, look, Cliffy B comes out again and says that, apparently some people thought that he hated the Kinect, and he doesn't hate the Kinect. He doesn't, all right? And he goes on to say, and I quote, he says, "It's so strange, it's the move that I dog on all the time. I don't want the whole too goofy-looking airplane coming in things, right? Less plastic on my coffee table, as far as I'm concerned, is a good thing." First off, Cliff, look, I'll say this now. I told you guys before. I have no problem with what he said about the PlayStation Move before. That wasn't my beef with him, all right? That's his opinion. If he favors one thing over another, that's his business, okay? But what pissed me off is when he went after the gamers afterwards who complained about it. And then he started trolling them on his social network site. It's like, no, you don't do this. He has like the mentality of a fucking 8-year-old, and he's still going about this. He's still taking this on. Look, Cliff, shut the fuck up at this point. I mean, you gotta be kidding me. Just let it go. I understand you were asked a question, but you don't have to go into that much detail. You don't know when to shut the hell up. And you think you're some type of big, tough man. Really? Well, if you're some type of big, tough man, then why the hell did we catch you doing this?
Welcome to the Skybox at G4A. I'm Cliffy B. Seriously.
That's supposed to be manly? That's not manly. You look like you're supposed to be in a fucking boy band. You know what? Next to that chick, you look like you're part of Spice Girls. Get out of my face. You've been exposed, Cliffy. You've been exposed, Cliff. Stop. Anyways, get over that shit. Now I need to move on. All right? Square Enix. Oh my God. I don't know what the fuck they're thinking here, guys. Square Enix says PS1 era towns are boring. The fuck? Towns are boring? No, you're boring. You're boring, Square. I'm sorry. You have to be kidding me. So the no towns thing, yeah, it seems like it's going to be around for a while. Also, it says Final Fantasy XIII. I told you I reported this not too long ago about Square leaning towards DLC. Final Fantasy XIII-2 to have DLC scenarios. Yes, they're going to have DLC scenarios. So once again, they've already admitted this. 13.2 isn't coming out for a while yet, and they're already telling you they're going to make DLC for it. I'm just saying. Now, here we go. All right, here's some details for Final Fantasy XIII-2. Some of you guys may like, some of you guys may not. All right, it says Final Fantasy XIII-2 will have a heavy emphasis on player choice, including more branching paths, hidden content, and opportunities to explore. Hidden content, huh? All right. Anyways, on player choice, mission objectives won't always be as straightforward, and players will have the option of completing the objectives in a number of different ways. Okay. It says, as the game progresses, new areas will become unlocked and players will find themselves returning to previous maps to access them. It sounds like it's going to be more tubes, but it's not the point. It says, Final Fantasy XIII-2 story follows the one from Final Fantasy XIII and will be darker in comparison. All right, it says players will not have to have played Final Fantasy XIII in order to understand the story of Final Fantasy XIII-2. It says, some characters from Final Fantasy XIII will be making their return, as well as all new playable characters, Sarah and Noelle. Alright, it says Moogle is back. Now, players will be able to recruit monsters to aid them in battle, each one of its own unique abilities. Now, here's something that really may piss people off. The paradigm shift system returns and has been refined. Now, look, I'll put it like this. People have gone on and say that they don't like this system. I don't like this system, alright? I don't care how much you refine it. If you knew you could refine this, why didn't you patch Final Fantasy XIII? Why did you wait till 13.2 to refine it? That doesn't make sense. You heard all the complaints, and yet you're still ignoring it, and you're still doing what you want. You're not listening to the fans. All right, look. It says some cutscenes will require player interactivity. It says that involves pressing a button at an appointed time to help the characters perform particular actions that can help them to avoid danger or set up buffs for the next fight. All right? It says Final Fantasy XIII-2 will be released sometime in the first quarter of 2012 for North America on the PS3 and Xbox 360. So there you go. All right? Man, look. Let's take a break real quick. I need to take a break because that's a lot of news. I'm sure it's a lot of news for you guys. Trailer coming up. For those who have not seen this, please, this looks like a great trailer. I'm actually pretty excited for it. Trackmania 2. Check this out. Now, I will have to say that this game looks great. You can create, you can make your own cars to the point where they can look rusted or shiny or whatever, decal them up, rice them out, whatever you want to call it. You can do everything for your cars. It seems kind of arcadey. You can make your own tracks. It has been confirmed that people who have Trackmania 1, that you can import your cars from Trackmania 1, but you cannot import your tracks from Trackmania 1. Just letting you guys know that now, all right? Also, there's new 8-player time trials. I mean, this game looks amazing. It's going to be great. I'm sure it's still going to be an arcade racer, but it will be great. If you have not played Trackmania, the first one, please, by all means, if you have a chance, try it out. It's pretty cool, all right? But they have made significant upgrades for this second one. All the information is in the info bar for you for it. Just letting you guys know. Now I need to move on, all right? For you Xbox 360 fans, all right? Here's something that may be fun for you. Witcher 2, yes, the Witcher 2 that was on the PC, Witcher 2 is coming to Xbox 360 this year, all right? So you can expect that. It's another game that's going to be in competition. Also, I showed you guys the trailer last week about Aliens Colonial Marines. Well, like I said, for those who needed details, it is a 4-player squad-based shooter, all right? I've said this before. I've been keeping up on this for quite a while now. I remember even last year when they showed it, in the PlayStation magazine, where you have to stay as a group, and then what happens is sometimes aliens can grab you and drag you into other corridors away from your team, making it another single-player game. And it gives you a completely different scenario. You'll have to fight your way out. They can actually store, they can put the alien eggs in you and, have it come out of your stomach. There's a lot of things to this, all right? So far it's looking good. You can hide in corridors and in vents and carry on and watch other teammates die. Yes, but get ambushed by aliens. This game looks like so far, this is going to be the real deal for Aliens. Like I said, this was supposed to come out before Aliens vs. Predator, and it got stopped. I guess they wanted to see how it would fare out, Aliens vs. Predator, that since the movie came, those bad movies, I should say. The first one wasn't too bad. It kind of stuck with the comic, but they came out, and now we see what's going on. So there's obviously a market for it. I'm still waiting for the Aliens MMO, but there hasn't been no news for it yet. Also, like I said, it is slated for spring 2012, Aliens Colonial Marines. Also, Beyond Good and Evil HD came out actually on June 8th. I don't know what you're waiting for, go get it. Also, screenshots for the new Hitman, link in the info bar. King of Fighters 13, which is my favorite fighting game, has been confirmed. All right, so hopefully they do a good job. If it's anything like 97, 98, I'm for it. Also, Tekken fans, hybrid for the PS3 to include Tekken Blood Vengeance, which is the movie. I'm sure you guys have seen the CG movie already, all right? And also, it will include Tekken Tag Tournament HD. Yes, all this in one pack. Have fun with it, guys. Also, Gamersgate is launching ad-supported free games. No more pay-to-play, All right. Also, Sly Cooper. I'm sure you guys noticed by now. Thieves in Time has been confirmed. Link in the info bar. We're getting a new Sly Cooper. Also, Respawn, the company Respawn, will compete against Halo and Gears. All right. And also, their game will be, so far, it's hinted to be a sci-fi shooter. Just letting you guys know. Also, now I need to talk about this a little bit. I'm sure you guys have seen it. What was it in the info bar? Man, in the info bar in the title. Transformers MMO. It will be called Transformers Universe. All right, it will be a free-to-play browser-based MMO, much like RuneScape. There are no real details yet about it. So far, that's all we have. I will be keeping up on this. So as you can see, big-time names, big-time MMOs coming out, free-to-play. Get ready for this, guys. I told y'all it's the future, whether they like to believe it or not. All right, guys, that's it for today. It's been a full week. It really has been a full week. And you know what? I've seen a lot of comments about certain comic heroes getting their own games and things of that nature. Well, I'm happy to present to you another comic hero who has quite a tenure. And it's nothing new because we've seen this coming. But it seems like this time, he needs a little help. Y'all be safe. Check out the trailer. I'm out. Y'all have a good weekend.
There is a darkness taking over this world. And the only one who can help me is already dead. A hero has no future if he has no past. So we must defy time itself together.